Scene, tense 1950s newsroom with black and white footage of Cold War imagery, tanks, rockets, leaders at podiums. Narrator, excited tone. The Cold War wasn't just fought with weapons, it was also a battle for supremacy in space. Welcome to history. Vividly, where today we're diving into one of the most fascinating chapters of the Cold War, the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Quick cuts of rockets launching, spacewalks, and world leaders. Title: The Cold War and the Space Race. Who won the battle for the stars? Scene: Post-World War II. Map of Europe splits into NATO and Warsaw Pact countries. Narrator: After World War II, two superpowers emerged, the United States and the Soviet Union. They were locked in an ideological struggle, capitalism versus communism. But this Cold War wasn't just about land or politics. It was about proving who had the superior technology and vision for the future. Scene: iconic Cold War imagery, Berlin Wall, nuclear tests, espionage. Narrator: While both sides built nuclear arsenals, a new battleground emerged. The final frontier, space. Scene: October 4th, 1957. The Soviet Union launches Sputnik 1. Narrator: In 1957, the Soviet Union shocked the world with the launch of Sputnik, the first artificial satellite to orbit the Earth. This achievement wasn't just about putting a satellite into space. It sent a message that the USSR was leading the technological race. Scene: Soviet engineers working on space technology, iconic imagery of Sputnik orbiting Earth. Narrator: The American public was stunned. How had the Soviets beaten them into space? Suddenly, space became a critical front in the Cold War. Scene: footage of Yuri Gagarin. Narrator: Then, in 1961, the USSR struck again, when Yuri Gagarin became the first human to journey into space. This made the Soviet Union the undeniable leader in space exploration, at least for the time being. Scene: John F. Kennedy delivering his famous Moon speech. Narrator: But the United States wasn't about to back down. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy boldly declared that America would land a man on the moon before the end of the decade. This mission was as much about national pride as it was about science. Scene: NASA engineers working tirelessly, footage of rocket designs and testing. Narrator: NASA poured resources into space exploration, leading to the creation of the Apollo program. The race to the moon was on. Scene: dramatic footage of Apollo 11 launch. Narrator: After years of development, setbacks, and incredible technological advancements, Apollo 11 launched on July 16, 1969, carrying astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins toward the moon. Scene: footage of the moon landing. Narrator: On July 20, 1969, the world held its breath as Neil Armstrong became the first human to step onto the lunar surface, declaring, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Scene: crowds cheering, U.S. flag planted on the moon. Narrator: This was a defining moment not just for America, but for the entire world. The United States had won the space race by landing on the moon, a feat that symbolized American innovation and determination. Scene: transition to present-day space exploration. Narrator: The space race might have been won, but its legacy endures. It pushed both superpowers to achieve technological breakthroughs that have shaped the modern world, from satellites to GPS and space exploration. Scene: footage of the International Space Station and private space companies like SpaceX. Narrator: Today, the Collaborai. Collaboration between nations, including former Cold War rivals, in space exploration shows just how far we've come. From Cold War competition to modern cooperation, space continues to inspire humanity. Scene: recap of space images, ending with Earth from space. Narrator. So, while the Cold War may have ended, the space race left us with a legacy of ambition, innovation, and hope for the future. Thanks for watching History Vividly, where we bring the past to life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible stories from history.